Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Inside Campbell Sports. I'm your host, Chris Haymeyer, and a lot to talk about in this episode as we will visit with women's basketball. We will talk to the new coach of one of the new programs here on campus, women's lacrosse, and we'll also check in on the Campbell wrestling team. But a big weekend of Big South Conference basketball here in Gore Arena, and here are the highlights from the big weekend for the Camels. On Saturday, Campbell hosted Gardner-Webb as two former Atlantic Sun rivals met for the first time in the Big South Conference. The Fighting Camels got out to a fantastic start, hitting 4 of 5 three-pointers, including 2 from Anthony Horton. The Big South's leading scorer, Darren White, was hot early, pacing Campbell with 13 first-half points. Things tightened up down the stretch, but Campbell pulled away late with an 8-0 run, fueled by Eric Griffin. Here, the great dish to Marvell Harris, and later, a three-pointer to seal the game in the closing minutes. Campbell beat the running Bulldogs 74-68 to go to 5-2 in the Big South this season.
Today was a tough win. Like Coach said before coming in the game, they was not going to give up, and we thought we were going to put them away the first half, but they kept on coming back, shooting threes, playing good D, and we had to match their intensity.
They were a great team. They played hard, and we just had to dig deep and come out with the win.
Darren, another big game offensively for you.
I was just a little bit more aggressive. I looked to drive early, and it worked. It worked for me. I was just, looking to get to the rack and get easy buckets.
Last Thursday night, Campbell welcomed the conference leaders UNC Asheville to Bowies Creek. The game was played in front of 3,025 fans, the third most in Gore Arena history. The great crowd fueled an early Campbell run as CU opened up a 17-point first-half lead and led by double digits at the half, thanks to a couple of three-pointers from Andrew Ryan and 9 first-half points from Harris. Asheville's veteran backcourt turned the tables in the second half, however, and the Bulldogs escaped with an 89-82 win, handing Campbell just their first home loss of the season. After going 1-1 on the long weekend, the team now focuses on the road, where 4 of their next 5 games will be played.
Toughen up. We've been not that good on road trips, so this is a big test for us, and we need to get it together and play hard every day.
We're going to have to play harder than the team. We're going to have to really compete, and we have to, limit their runs. Late in the game, we're really bad at that, and just, contain that and play hard at the last 2 medias.
It's going to take heart. It's going to take heart and a lot of hard work and effort. We have to get on the floor and play defense because defense leads the offense.
The next home game for the Fighting Camels men's basketball team takes place this Saturday, the 21st, against VMI. It's part of a women's basketball, men's basketball doubleheader Saturday afternoon here at Gore Arena. Speaking of women's basketball, Coach Wanda Watkins' club bolted out to one of the best starts in this Lady Camels program history. To talk about that great start and being in the top half of the conference in the Big South, the voice of Lady Camels basketball, Bill Priestley, visited with the head coach.
It's been an up-and-down season for the Fighting Camels as they lace it up in conference play. Coach Wanda Watkins recaps the season so far.
I think our team got off to a very good start. We played fairly well out of conference with some tough competition. And then in the new year, as we began our new year, very pleased with our first conference home games with University of North Carolina at Asheville, Gardner-Webb, 2 games where I thought our team played with a lot of chemistry. We had a lot of balance in those games. Then we went on a very tough road swing as we went up to Virginia and played Radford and Liberty. Radford, a very hard-fought game, score not very indicative at all of how the game was. It was a very hard-fought game, 1-point game with 4 minutes to play in the basketball game at their place. And in the Liberty game, again, once again, I thought our team got off to a great start. There were some very good moments in the Liberty game. Hard to believe by the score in that game that our team had some very good moments in that game. Then went on to play at High Point on Saturday, a very tough road swing for us. And I thought High Point played really well in the first half. We got off to a great start. It was a close game, and then they closed the gap with about 4 or 5 minutes to go before halftime and picked up a lead. We came back in the second half, played them evenly, made a great run late in the basketball game, cut it down to 6 or 7 points in the game, but it was a little too late and they were a little too much. So You know, it's been up and down and all around, but I'm glad that we got that road swing out of the way. Certainly not to minimize any road swings, but that was a very tough road swing. And now we look forward to coming back at home, but we've got to really be set because we're playing a very hot Charleston Southern team right now, who's 4-1, I believe, in the league, and you know, really faring well.
One fact that has played well for Campbell is that the Lady Camels are the only Big South team left with an undefeated record at home. Now in year 4 of the Pope Center, the Fighting Camels can call their new facility a true home court advantage.
You know, the Pope Center and Gore Planters has really been good for our team. We've done well since we've moved over into this facility, and we wondered how that would be because of the coziness that we had in Carter Gym. But I think the coziness that we have in the Pope Center now is really coming into play and it's becoming a factor. And now not only we're going to have our students back and our alums and our community out supporting us, but we're going to also have our pep band, which will really be nice again.
Coming this Saturday will be the sternest opponent yet to come to the Pope Center as Charleston Southern comes to Bowie's Creek.
Well, Charleston Southern is a very three-point oriented team. They're a team that, I mean, they will shoot it quick. We've got to be prepared in defending three-point shooters. They have about 8 three-point shooters on their team that shoot 33% or better from three-point territory. That's an astonishing statistic. We're not the type of team that's going to need to give up 75 or 80 points in order to win. We're going to need to keep those points down in order to be productive. So that's going to be a very big point of emphasis for our team, our defense, our rebounding, and keeping that offensive flow going.
Game time against the Lady Buccaneers is set for 1 o'clock in the Pope Center in a doubleheader as the men's team takes on VMI just after that game at 3:30 Saturday afternoon. For Inside Campbell Sports, I'm Bill Priestley.
Campbell University is excited to welcome a new sport and a new head coach to campus here in Bowie's Creek. Women's lacrosse will play their first game for the Fighting Camels coming up next spring, but the new coach is already in place and excited about starting a program.
Yeah, it is exciting. One of the first things we thought about was making sure that Campbell was a place where we could be successful in building a program. Lacrosse is a unique culture, and we're in a non-traditional area for lacrosse. And immediately I realized that the facilities, the campus, academics, just the whole package was a place where lacrosse could be successful and flourish at the Division I level, particularly in the Big South. You know, we're excited to be in that conference and have a chance at the automatic qualifier in the first year. So as a whole package, I felt like Campbell was the right fit, and I think we're going to do great things. Well, we have the field turf facility here at football, I think, which is a very unique opportunity. Not a lot of schools get to play in the football facility. The football team has been gracious enough to let us do that. We have an student-athlete only weight room over in the Pope Convocation Center, which is our brand new basketball arena, which is an excellent facility, and we're led over there by our strength and conditioning coach, Andrew Carter, who was actually the strength and conditioning coach for the U.S. Women's National Team for 2.5 years. So we're really excited to have Andrew on board and helping us out in that aspect of it. Our locker room is underway and will be put together this summer. And we've also got Bermuda grass fields to practice on to prepare for opponents that are going to be on grass surfaces. So we're really excited about the facilities that we have to offer here for our student athletes. We are a little late in the recruitment process. You know, the Division I recruiting process in the women's game is so fast now. So we're working on 2 classes at once, but I've been really excited about the feedback that we've gotten. I think if we're not competing for the conference championship in the first couple of years, that we're probably doing something wrong. We have all the tools in place here on campus to be successful. If the feedback that we've gotten from recruits so far is any indication of our level of success, then I'm really excited. So it's been a great start.
Campbell Wrestling has already racked up more wins than any team since last decade, back in 1997-1998. It's a rebuilding effort that is moving along pretty smoothly. In his second year, head wrestling coach Joe Boardwine talks about the effort and what this wrestling team has done this season.
Yeah, I think it's just getting the right people involved. We have a new coaching staff, and I'm not talking about myself here, but Rocco Capone's done a great job as an assistant coach. Also getting the right recruits involved, getting the right people on campus. I think those are the key things, and we've also done some things with, we hired a manager, you know, who's on a little bit of a stipend who does a lot of work for us. We've got volunteers that do a lot of work for us. So just trying to surround the program with the right people so that we can spread out some of the work and make sure everybody's moving forward. Yeah, I think they're just, these guys coming into college were a little more prepared. They were better prepared. They came from better high school programs. They had good mentors, good coaches, good club coaches. So they started off the season, I think, a little bit more prepared than some of our past wrestlers had been at Campbell. Now, in addition to that, we had a great preseason. Our strength and conditioning staff did a fantastic job. Andrew Crossley worked them hard. Rocco Capone and I worked them hard. And I think that combination of those things got them ready for November.
The wrestling team prepares to take on their next Southern Conference opponent as UT Chattanooga comes to Bowie's Creek this Saturday.
We're looking for toughness. We want to see our team be tough. We don't know what the outcome is going to be. We can't always really control it. All we can do is control our own effort, and that's what we've been telling the team. We want to see toughness, and we want to see the right kind of attitude. We know they have a really good team. They're really deep. They're older. They had a great Southern Scuffle performance, but we still feel like we have a lot of potential in individual matches to, I think, give them a little bit of a scare. So they haven't lost for a long time in the SoCon, and you know, they have a very good team. But I was looking at the matchups, and we've got a real opportunity, I think, in a good chunk of this dual meet that's coming up.
Thanks for joining us this week. We will talk to you again next week on Inside Campbell Sports.